Hey, welcome to Pour Over Marketing. I am Rob Southgate. I think you know that if you're watching this at this point. So we're on a road trip. We're a little early because we had a time change and we're going to be in the car. It's going to be a little difficult to do this. So I'm doing a really short road trip. You can see we're at the Youpers Tourist Trap back there. I have a coffee from a place called Donkers and in Upper Michigan in the UP. First of all, I want to recommend that. Guys, if you make it to the UP, go to Donkers. The coffee is freaking fantastic. I had a ton already, and then they gave me a to-go cup. So we're at the Youpers Tourist Trap, and in fact, I'm going to walk us over to the other area so we can get some visuals in the background that I think you might dig. But so here's the deal. I've been thinking a lot about what I wanted to talk about today. We only have a couple of minutes because we got to get back on the road. But I want to bring up this place. So the Youpers is they were like a comedy band from up here in the UP. They had a song that everybody here knew, 30 Point Buck, and then they had something about a rusted out car, which if we ask Bruce, who's normally on here, he would know everything about them. He's almost a Youpers historian. But then they opened this, and I'm jumping ahead. They opened this thing called the Youpers Tourist Trap. And there we go. There's the sign. And it's got a rock shop, because this is where there's a lot of mining and that. But you can see they try to do like funny things. It's like Disneyland for Bruce. It's kind of hard to see, but it's like giant. There's like a giant three-wheeler with a tractor trailer. There's the Grinch and a Santa thing. I mean, it is definitely in line with what they do in their humor. When you go inside, they've got like a history of the Youpers, and you can see this has been going on a long time. They used to do a lot of live shows up here. They're a real popular group. I remember hearing them the first time on Dr. Demento. And it's just this unique thing. And if you step back from that for a second, think about the marketing here. Think about your business. You can learn a lot from this. I mean, this technically should not have penetrated, but they sent their stuff into Dr. Demento, and it ended up getting sent all over. And even in high school, when I didn't know what the UP was, I didn't know what this was up here, I heard of the Youpers because I heard them on there. Not that they're touring the country or anything. They were playing like a local bar up here and just kind of local celebrities, but they penetrated the market by putting their stuff out there and looking for the opportunity. And then even this, opening a Youpers Tourist Trap, they kept in line with their brand. It's kind of like doing integrated marketing on a different level, where they open a shop. I remember when we first came up here and our friends brought us here, they said, "Oh, we got to go to the Youpers Tourist Trap." And I went, "Wait a minute, is that band?" And they said, "Yeah." And they have this shop, and you go in, and it's full of novelty stuff, and it's got this novelty stuff in the yard. They keep on point with their brand. And one thing I think is interesting is it's not polished. And that's not a criticism. It's saying that they know what they are, they know what they have, they're keeping in line with their humor, they're doing their thing. Yet at the same time, they're staying on brand. They're delivering the singular message. You know what value they're adding. You know, it's clear. It's one of the reasons it's successful. If you're looking at your business and you're thinking, "Oh my gosh, I got to conquer the world." Well, maybe you don't. Maybe you need to conquer your neighborhood. Maybe you need to be that main thing where you are. Now, in Chicago's a big city. It's tough to penetrate it that way. But maybe you're in a smaller town. Maybe you're in an area that has a little less of a population. If you can stay on brand and you can keep doing your thing and have real passion behind it, maybe you can pull this off. And keep thinking about, how do I build on it? They thought about building on it by opening a little tourist store and then having fun with it and building into it. It is, in a weird way, their Disneyland. It is their user experience that if you're a fan, hey, this is a must-go-to. You know, Bruce, who's on here a lot, watching and you know, we all kind of know each other at this point. This is a place that I tease him about because he just absolutely thinks it's hilarious. He loves it. It is a culture that he loves. And you know what? This speaks to him. Does your business speak to people that way? Do you have raving fans? Because that's really what we're coming down to here, is that whole concept of raving fans. You can't force it, but you can plan for it, and you can work on it. My hat looks funny on this video. You can have raving fans by being consistent, staying on brand, and delivering the same message. But it can be as pure and happy as this. This is just, they're just having fun. But they've had fun for what, 60 years? I don't know. They've stayed on brand. And they've built raving fans. And that's something you should look at your business. Can I build raving fans? Maybe you have to do it through your social media, but maybe you don't. They didn't have social media when they were doing this. I don't know if I've ever seen social media from DeUpers. They do it a different way. What can you do with your brand? What can you do with your business to foster this idea of raving fans? Okay, that's going to be my thought for today. Thank you, DeUpers, for letting me walk around your parking lot with my camera. Thank you, Bruce, for making this something that I had to do because I knew it would make your day. And I may pop in a half hour. I may not. We're going to be driving, so this is me. Very likely I'll be asleep. I sleep in the car. Otherwise, I will be back. I think I'm back Thursday for a happy hour. And I've got lots of things to talk about. And then I'll be back next Saturday, regular time, 8 a.m. Central, for a regular show. In fact, I've got a couple of guests lined up that I'm not sure how we're going to do this. We're going to do it on a Saturday. I'm going to do it for New Media Lab. I don't know yet. We'll find out. If I don't know, I can't tell you, and you don't know. So know that things are coming. Lots of fun stuff. So thanks a lot, everybody. Have a great day. Think about your business in terms of this. Be the DeUpers of your business. One more shot of everything. And there's the sign. All right, everybody. Have a great weekend. Stay safe.